The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm Ariana.
And I am Brittany.
And this is
An A&B Conversation.
Woohoo! Week number 46.
I already forgot.
We just talked about it before recording. We're close though.
Right.
We're there.
It was 40 something.
It was in the 40s.
Right.
40. Grown and sexy.
I know that's right.
I mean, and we're really getting close to a year.
Right.
52 weeks of doing the pod.
No, literally.
That is so crazy.
It is insane.
We beat this statistic many moons ago.
A long time ago, literally.
Yeah, the average podcast doesn't make it past 7 episodes, and here we are at 46.
No, that's crazy.
It's so crazy, isn't it?
Damn, 7? What the fuck we talked about at 7? I don't even remember.
I don't know. 8 was when the guys came on, I'm pretty sure. Or we talked about the guys. Our guy best friends and, like, just our relationship, and then... I don't remember what I have favorite episodes, but I don't remember their numbers.
Right. No.
Like some of our Truth or Shots are some of my favorite because they're fucking hysterical.
Yeah.
Our death episode I loved.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when our guest one. We had Rich Almighty on. The guys came on, but the numbers gone.
Poof.
Gone. Do you have what are your favorites? Eppies?
Probably, definitely the Truth or Drink one.
Yeah.
When we did the name association.
Oh my God, word association drinking game. Those clips, our reels did so well because people truly thought we were inventing a drinking game. And it was like, no, it was a game. We just added drinking to it. Like,
that was fun.
We should do that again. We should do that again.
I like games, obviously.
Yeah.
I love a game in general.
Especially a drinking game.
No, period.
Yeah, that was really fun. We didn't do good. We didn't win. We're not giving winner, you know?
We did okay.
We did
for the
okay.
most part.
I think I titled one of our reels word disassociation because we just we weren't here. The more tequila we had, the less we were a pair in our guessing.
That shit was hard.
It was hard. It was hard.
That shit is
especially
hard.
because I feel like it was like I was trying to guess what you would say, but also like, okay, is this word even associated with the word? Like,
no, literally. But there's so many words.
So many words.
Like if I say banana, I'm thinking split. You might
I'm
be
thinking
pie.
republic.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck? It's hard.
Shout out to the lost brands of America.
Right. That's
it's still in business, but it's like
say.
it's not price effective, and it's not like there's nothing special about it.
Right.
Like you could get the same things at J. Crew and Gap, and I mean Gap really strives to be like modern and relevant. So
right, yeah, they do their big one.
But I mean, Banana Republic, if you need somebody to sponsor,
right,
we're not opposed. It's just not our preferred brand, but we're down. Send us the product.
Literally.
Our email's in the description.
Right. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me.
Somebody said that because I went from black to red, they were like, okay, Kim Possible she go? And I was like,
oh my God. There was one day that we were going out, and I think I had like put on like these cargo pants, and I had just like dyed my hair like an orangey color. Tone. And then I had put on the cargo pants. I had a black shirt on, and I was just looking at myself in the mirror, and I was like, who the fuck do I look like? And I was like, Kim Possible. I had to take it off because it was just too much.
It was too Kim Possible.
It was just too much. Yeah. Like, it was too much. And I was like, I love you, Kim P, but
I remember when that show came out. It was summer, and we watched that. Like, we were excited. We watched it up in my living room, like, in the summer, and it was like, I was so excited for that. Like,
love Kim Possible.
Love Kim Possible. Shout out to Kim Possible.
Oh, right. And Ron.
And Naked Mole Rap.
Right. I loved Shigo too.
And Shigo.
She's one of my favorite villains.
Shigo was that. She still is that.
She was that
People
girl.
do her at Halloween, and I'm like, go
very
off.
much. I love that. Like, she was really that girl.
My hair still won't be this color by Halloween, but I would have so Kim Possibled her out.
No, right. Because
in honor of.
No, literally.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to Kim P.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
None of that was a part of our 46. Like we put in the description, full disclaimer, we do not stay on subject, but at least we're getting out the way.
I mean, right. We gotta
rant, vent, and share the things with the people.
No, literally.
This week, 46, we are talking about a whole lot of holy shit, a whole lot of spiritual shit, a whole lot of grounding shit. I shouldn't have said shit after all of those things.
Yeah,
definitely offended a lot of people. Holy shit. No pun intended. Holy shit. Religion versus spirituality, which is so ironic because I am religious. Not ironic, it's just perfect because I am religious and you are spiritual.
Very much so.
It's the yin and the yang too.
Very much so.
That's it.
Very much
yin
so.
and yang. That's not a that's not a part of a religion. That's a
I think that's more like
folk
towards
tale.
like
And,
but like
I guess
that's
spirituality because it's
like
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love. See, that's one thing that like has led me to my religion is studying religions. Because definitely for a hot minute, definitely thought I was Buddhist or
Me
like
too.
gonna be Buddhist
Me
only,
too.
like, and definitely practiced. Like,
yeah,
did my best.
Me too,
like,
because that's basically like that's so much things that you can see and you can feel.
And you can
you know what I mean?
incorporate,
It's like be good to people, like, and good things will happen to you. That, like, you know what I mean? It's the karma. Like, it's just like all that made. I remember reading a book and like it just made sense to me. Like nature, it's like, you know, be good to the nature. Like, you know what I mean? Be good to the plants. It just makes sense.
It makes sense.
It made sense, and I was like, and that's what brought me to like a more spiritual, like, balance in my life.
Yeah.
Because
see that's where we differ because I started to learn. Well, I mean, I've always had some religious background, but at one point, like, it was more so led by my parents. It wasn't actually mine. And then I live next to a Muslim family, and I would pray with them. I would, on occasion, not like really strictly practice. I would participate in Ramadan with them. I would do their Eid celebrations. Like, what? The call to prayer, I was like, all right, I'm going right over there. Like, I've worn a hijab in public with them. Like, and I definitely thought I was going to convert. I just feel like the more religions I learn about, like, the more I'm inspired to, you know, like, be devoted to a religion, which, I mean, Christianity is my religion. Like, I know that through and through. At least I think. I mean, you know, I'm not right. Never say never. But for right now, Jesus and me, that's my man.
Twin.
That's
where have you been? Right there to the G-O-D.
So that definitely has to get clipped. That was it for sure.
No,
that was
real.
it. What? Where yes, where have you been? But like nobody knows me quite like you do. I'm one thing about it, me and my relationship with God is nobody's business. So I'm going to talk how I want to talk and look how I want to look.
It's between you and him,
That's
babe.
it.
It's between you and
me
him.
And my man.
They cannot judge you.
They can try and enjoy. Because you only taint your relationship with God when you judge me.
Right,
now look at you looking stupid.
No, literally. That's what, like, kind of brought me away from being, like,
the hip crop.
Because my grandma, she's Catholic. And, like,
judgy.
The most judgy. Like, what the hell? Like, you don't. I don't know. I ain't gonna get into her. That's between her and God.
That's between her and God. I actually seen a reel, and it was from a girl on a podcast, and she was like, my relationship is my relationship with God, and God has no secretaries here on earth. I was like, ooh. Like, I owe you nothing. I owe you no explanation for anything. And I feel like that's like the irony with the very estranged relationship I have with my dad, which I don't think I've talked about too much on the pod. Me and my dad he could transition on to the next universe, the next realm, the next life. His life no longer is impactful to me, but he's very judgmental of the relationship he thinks I don't have with God.
Right.
And he constantly is texting me, badgering and belittling me about the relationship he thinks I don't have with God, which is like,
Mind your own relationship.
Be mindful of yours.
You better hope you make it to the pearly gates.
Right? Like, literally, that's like, at one point he was like, you have non-Christians in your ear. Sir, Christians or not, nobody's in my ear.
Right.
I don't listen to anybody.
Right.
Enneagram 8.
And I don't even...
Enneagram 8. I don't listen to a soul. The leader, the challenger. Like, No, that's why I'm like, you judge. I think that's like part of the reason people do judge is because they're the outside looking in and they want to be included. Like, I think judgment will come from a place from her always because it's from being excluded. Which, if you start judging, you're not going to be included. Like,
what are you trying to be included in?
What do you think is so great over here?
What club is you trying to get in? Because I don't know what me and my purpose in life and what I'm doing to
inspire this judgment.
Like, damn. Excuse the hell out of me.
Because you're going to get on this bandwagon and find it's not much more fun.
Right. Like, this is my journey. So what is that? What is it to you?
That's it.
Remember when I did when I was looking into Buddhism, my grandma hated it. And I'm like, girl. Like, first of all, you baptized me, and I wasn't included in that decision. Right. Thanks for the nice dress, but I was too. Like,
she did not consent for that christening.
No, I did not, and I just think it's unfortunate. And I do feel like that's something that you have to grow into yourself. 100%. I don't think that that's something that you should be born into. No. I do think that that's something that you have to build the path that you have to take.
God.
Yeah, exactly.
I think too, when people do force their religion, like, and I do in the sense of forcing a religion on children. Any of the relationship they do have with that God or the higher power in that religion is the foundation is tainted. It's not sincere. It's not genuine. It's because they feel like they have to.
Right.
And any love or any connection or relationship out of obligation really isn't worthwhile or worth keeping or going to be like it's something worth withstanding. Like,
no, literally. I don't get that. I don't think, and it's like you baptize and you got all your godparents that you don't like, you know what I mean? Like that. If my mom actually did die, like, or my parents
wasn't gonna be you.
Like,
yeah,
you was gonna send me over there. Like, that's what y'all was gonna do.
You know what's so funny is like I probably like a year ago was looking into getting saved, and that was one of the things I was like, I know I'm grown. I'm aware, but I want godparents. The ones that I grew up thinking were my godparents because I didn't realize until I was probably in my teens that I was not baptized.
Okay, right.
Definitely thought I had it.
Right.
Just thought I didn't have the photos. Definitely thought it happened. It did not happen. I'm still yet to be saved through the church's sense. But for me, I've done that. Like, I've committed to my relationship with God. But no, I'm godparenting it. My godparents that I grew up thinking were my godparents are my godparents.
So your mom just faked it till she made it.
She didn't fake it. She was just like, pray and that's it. And right. She did. Christina did have her Christian phase. Right now, I think she associates with being an atheist. I think, or maybe spiritual. I don't really know. We don't really, like, she knows I'm Christianed up.
Yeah, right.
Got the blood of Jesus in me. That's all that matters. Period. But, like, she there was a disconnect and she never went back, but I do remember her having us at church on Sundays, and she has a gold Bible, and it is gorgeous, and it's like one of the things I told her when she dies I want. And she was like, you can have it now. Like, it has no meaning to me now. She had a book too, and it was like the parenting guide, or the Christian parenting guide or something like that, which my granny had given her, which is my dad's grandma had given her, and I'm like, all these things, run them up.
Right.
Run it up.
Right. Give it to me at least.
You know what's so funny too is I actually bagged up all my crystals to give to you. No clue where they are. And I'm not the type of person that loses things. I could not tell you where they are. They probably are like, you thought you were getting rid of us, bitch? We've implanted ourselves somewhere.
Find me if you can. Usually when you find like different kinds of crystals and stuff like that, that's the time that you need it the most. Like, it just kind of
maybe it'll pop back
seeks
up.
out to you.
The only thing I didn't get rid of, not get rid of, but I was going to give to you, then I kept. I have a rose quartz candle, and the outside is rose quartz. That's a mouthful.
Yeah,
I kept that. It's on my mantle, and I have two baby Buddha statues.
Right.
I'm not a tchotchke person. I don't like shit out. I'm not a book topper bitch. Everything collects dust. Like, I think things like tables should be functional. It's a table. Don't put shit on it. Now I can't use the table. I can't stand that. So I'm surprised I even have those out, period. But yeah, they're still there.
I have a traveling Buddha that I take with me.
He's a cute little guy.
When I travel.
He's on the road again.
I rub his little belly, and then I hit the road, or the plane, or wherever I'm going.
Do you take him grounding with you?
No, he stays in my traveling bag. Solely for traveling. Okay. That's it. No, that's all. Yep. My traveling Buddha.
How regularly do you charge your crystals?
I don't charge them very often. Yeah. I keep a lot of my crystals. Like, I have, like, this, I don't want to call it a knick-knack, but it's, like, this little pentagon-shaped little thing. And it kind of has, like, it was supposed to be, like a fake little garden. Okay. But I put, like, Himalayan salt underneath it, and I put my crystals in there and leave it by the door. You know, good energy. So and pink or Himalayan salt is for some crystals like a charging aspect, but I keep them in there, and I really only like charge them when I feel need to. Like when I feel like I just feel like it's just something. Yeah, I feel like I can feel it, and I'm like, okay, because you know some fucking crystals you gotta charge on some you gotta charge in the water. Yeah, and I've heard in the moon. Like
when I was really tapped into spirituality, I've heard like people say like, don't go off of other people's calendars or like the full moons. Like do it when you feel connected to do so. So that's what I was wondering. Like if you do it more so when you feel connected, or is it like more of a ritual for you? Of
no, literally only when I feel like I have to or like feel the need to, which is not very often. Not like once a year or like once every other week or like, you know what I mean? It's just whenever I feel like
you need to do so. Is there anything in spirituality or just like the umbrella of spirituality that doesn't make sense to you or that you think is hypocritical or ass backwards?
I just hate like I just hate like the eye of like people thinking like I'm going to hell or I'm not this. I'm like, God damn. What did I do to you? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like the thought of it just being like this evil thing, like
witchcraft all day.
Witchcraft brought to you by the DE himself.
Big dog downstairs.
Big dog down them stairs. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like that at all. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they are practices just as well
everybody as else.
Christianity has their own practices. Muslims, they have their own, like 100%. Everybody has their own practices and they practice their religion or their
routines or rituals.
Their own way. I don't feel like that should be something that people are like looking down on. I just feel like it should just be.
That's what definitely for me is in my Christianity. I would just like to think like people who are of a different religion or different practices than me do it to keep their character and their intentions and their purpose on a track towards positivity, towards a lack of judgment, towards enlightenment, towards love, and that like if they go to hell, it's because it wasn't their true intentions to be a better person and better the world and be live up to their highest selves. Like, those are people I don't want with me in heaven. Like, just because you were a Christian does not mean I want you to come with me. Like, I, for damn sure, do not want all... Some of the Christians that I'm aware of, that I've had conversations with, like, some of the Christians that have passed judgment on me, like...
Right.
Go down.
Right.
Go down.
Right. I thought you was taking me as I am. Why are you not?
That's what, like, to me is so crazy. Like, God, like, Jesus did not sacrifice himself on the cross for you to sit here and talk shit to me about me having a little thigh out.
I feel like that's just the opposite of what happened. I mean, I don't know too much. I wasn't there, but...
Right.
But from my understanding,
it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way.
Right. And I also don't like the fact that a lot of people think like spiritual people don't believe in God. Like, I believe in God. I don't believe that. Maybe I don't believe that he's a man, or maybe I don't believe like he's a figure of a person.
Yeah.
But I believe in a God. Like, you know what I mean? And that is the most part of it. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not. I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just crazy to me.
Some religions.
Right.
Oof.
Right.
And I think, too, like, they're, like, I don't know much about Judaism, but, like, the some that I know, all religions intertwine at some point. Some of our stories are very in sync. Some of the names are different. Some of the storylines are different. But there are, in almost every religion, parts that cross over. That's, the stories are the same or just almost identical. And I'm like, who are we to judge their rituals, practices when part of our story reflects their story? Like,
right. And who are you to say that one person's is wrong
100%.
and yours is right? Like,
yeah.
Have you seen a history book? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just
no.
doesn't work
One
that
thing
way.
I cannot stand, I think it's so hypocritical, is when people try to paint Jesus to be white. Like, you're out of your Caucasian ass mind if you think a man from the northern African region is going to be white skinned. That man did not have gold locks.
Right. People just have to paint a picture, and they have to see something, and they have to have it be something. When, in my opinion, I just don't think that it has to be that way. Like,
I just don't think we need to whitewash it. Like, cut it out.
Right.
You don't get to do that. Nope. You don't get to make Jesus white.
Right.
And I get it. I want Jesus. I know the Virgin Mary looks like me when I had my black hair. She ain't have red hair. She was not a ginge. But, like, she had tan skin and black hair. Immaculate conception. Look at that. I've been reincarnated. No, I'm not. I am not Mary. Mother Mary, no. I mean, vibes, so.
Right. Striving to be.
Right. Just doing my best. Just doing my best.
No, literally.
Is there a favorite, or do you have a favorite practice within your spirituality?
My favorite practices will always and forever be meditation and journaling. That's just it for me.
Yeah.
Like, that's my favorite. That's how I am able to, like, connect in itself. Is when I can write things down, when I'm able to, like, show my gratitude for the things that I already have, and like manifest the things that I want. You know, that's personally my favorite.
That does it. Mine seem in my religion, it's like definitely prayer. Like, it's very rare that I pray for things and the outcome or just God's plan for me doesn't happen. And I like have had that happen so many times where I'm like, oh, God hears me.
Right.
And then I'm like spooked out, like, oh,
right.
And I get $1 million. Right. Jesus Christ.
Amen.
My Lord and Savior just goes, hey man, like trying to get that prayer off so quick, like a fat kid trying to eat dinner. Like,
no, literally.
But I just am really grateful for, like, and two, there's on occasions, like, I have this feeling of just, like, God is with you. Like, you got, like, it's just the most, like, warming, safe feeling. And I'm like, it brings me to tears. And it's not like Holy Ghost. Like, I'm not flapping around like a fish on a dock. Like,
I can walk.
Right. I am here. I'm still within and clearly physically well. But it's just, like, very an overpowering, sincere, like, safe feeling when I'm like, God is really with me. Like, shout out to the big dog.
The big G.
Yeah. I actually seen a thing recently, and it was, like, for single Christian women, like, take this time right now to just be Jesus's girlfriend. And I'm riding out with that. I'm having conversations with him. I'm not cheating on him. I have not stepped out once.
Right.
In many moons.
Right.
Many moons. I'm not celibate, but I've not stepped out and just, like, spending my spare time in devotion to Jesus. And I'm like, look at this. And not that when I get a boyfriend, the time is going to swap. I'm not going to be like, all right, thanks, Jesus. It's been real. Glad you heard
brought me a real
Got a
one.
new man. Didn't need you. That's not the case. But just being able to, like, spend dedicated time and, like, hone into a practice.
And share that with somebody.
Share that. Oh, my God. What? There are 2 Christian men that I do favor that, like, will share. Well, no, it's okay. Mr. Vitamin D. Here he comes again. Like, we do share scripture together and stuff. And to me, it's just like, it's not that it creates a lot of feelings, but it's so grounding that I'm like, okay, this is what you're sharing with me. This is what I'm sharing with you. This is the messaging that you needed right now. This is the messaging I needed. Like, it's a way to easily connect with someone when they're sharing scripture with you, because it's like, okay, this is what you need. This is the messaging you're focused on. This is, it's like I'm tapping into where he's at and what he needs. And it's, I would hope doing the same for him. But, like, too, I just like sharing it because I'm like, you're not alone.
Right.
You're not alone, people.
Period.
I definitely, for my 30th birthday, want a fat-ass diamond cross.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to, like, flavor it.
Right.
But if I could get some
like
carrots.
Something nice. Right.
Something expensive.
Right.
Something.
Right. See, and, like, the Catholic belief, like, you're not allowed to
You're
wear.
not supposed to.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Like, it's, like.
Going against God.
Yeah, I don't want to call it bad luck, but like, I mean, if they say so, I guess I don't know anything.
Wait, like, you were, it was Catholic, right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I didn't think Janelle would do you Christian.
Girl, no.
You were Christian Catholic at 2.
Oh right, yeah.
Did your mom pick out your godparents, or did your grandma?
I really think it was my grandma.
I thought
because,
so too,
first
with
of all,
knowing who they are. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my grandma's best friend. And then my uncle is my godfather.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like it was like.
I think that's really common in, like, Catholicism is for one of the godparents to be a family member.
Really?
Yeah, because I think
sense.
as of recently, like, I haven't been saved, but I consider myself saved because I have my relationship with God, and I have godchildren, like, people that are like, if I died, I want you to keep them.
Right.
And, at one point, they were actually both going to be Catholic, christening them, but their other godparent was a family member.
Right.
For both families.
I actually just seen, like, a TikTok, and it was this lady, and she just picked out her godparents for her kids, all at the same time. She kind of, like, and they were all different.
Okay,
right,
I love that.
And she did it, like, her kids are, like, her oldest kid is probably, like, 4 or 5, and her youngest probably like 6 months or 7.
Yeah.
But she's like, I literally waited because people change. I want to see how things go. She's like, I literally put, like, all the godparents that I did pick for my kids were specifically for them. Like, they carry
what my kid needs.
Exactly. And I was like, that is amazing. I'm glad that I never picked godparents out for Izzy because I'm not even close. Exactly.
Those people came and gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Lord, no. And it's not that they're bad people, but we're not close anymore.
They would not be serving for him at all.
Exactly. Like, the people that I would have thought or I would have probably chosen, he doesn't even know them. Like, to see them on the street, he wouldn't even know who they are.
Yeah.
And I bring them up in conversation. Like, some people up in conversation sometime, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I mean, he can barely remember what he ate for dinner the night before. But still, like, people are people.
Yeah.
People are just... Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
But yeah, I'm always grateful that I didn't.
Yeah.
Because
I think that's how, for godparents, it should be. It should be people that, like, not even so much in the sense of, when I die, this is who you're, like, this is who you'll go to, but this is, God forbid I die, this is who I want you to get guidance from. Right. This is who I want you to check in with. Like, make sure your spirit and your soul is good, and make sure that they're serving of you.
And even when I am alive, like, I want this person to teach you things. I want this person to be a parent as well as I am. I want them to be able to guide you and carry you along this damn hard ass life. Because there's some things that I can't teach you that somebody else can, I'm sure.
Yeah. If you had to pick a godparent right now, or godparent or parents for Izzy right now, who would it be?
I don't know.
No.
Because there's nobody that's really actually, like, really close to Izzy.
I was going to say, it has to be somebody in tune with him. And that would,
like...
really,
that would, like, suit his character.
Yeah, like that'll go out their way to, like, be bonded with him.
Yeah, and obviously my friends aren't like, this motherfucker. Yeah. Like, you know.
It would not be your friend. I would make for damn sure of it they were not your friend. Bitch, bye. I will hit you with this car.
Right. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. And like a godfather, like,
I know.
that would have to be like somebody that CJ would have to pick.
See, that's what thing I don't agree with. I want to pick my own set.
Right.
Like, for me, my friend Courtney, she's a born-again Christian, and she had a really tough upbringing and really was separated from Christ, and is like, she's back in it, and she's just like me. My religion is my religion. My relationship with God is my relationship with God, and like, I'm not pushing it on anybody.
Right.
But if you come to me and want some, here you go. I got books, paragraphs, songs, whatever you need. I have art. I have, like, everything. She would definitely be the godmom to my kids because she swears a lot still. She's so witty. She's, like, so sarcastic. Like, I would never want my kids through Christianity to not have, like, very fun, like, like thickened personalities. Like, no.
No, right. Yeah. But I do think it's something
Dad.
that like you together would have to pick, and that's just hard.
Tough. Yeah. Because
Without
I
picking like 4. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that I never considered that. I truly have never considered that. Like when you,
right.
that's tough.
Right. I don't know any man that I can put a burden on, of my life onto. Like, I don't know.
See, and the thing is, for me, I do have very accountable men in my life, but there are some major flaws that I'd be like, I do not want my son to be looking at you for guidance and thinking X, Y, and Z is acceptable. You can't be my kid's goddad if you're out here living foul. You're not living right. You can't be my kid's goddad.
Right. It's hard.
That's that picking godparents. I feel for them.
Yeah. That's why I think it's definitely something that you have to do. Like, you cannot do out the womb.
Take
Fresh
time.
out the womb.
Take time.
I do think that you have to take time.
And let your kid develop their own religion or spirituality, like whatever.
That's so important.
I mean, mine is like I'm not down for hardcore satanic shit only because from what I've researched, we're not sacrificing like any religion. We're not sacrificing animals in my home. Under no circumstances is that acceptable. No. Not on my grounds. We're not doing harm. I'm not approving of any harm being done.
Right. No.
Any sacrificial anything.
What religion does that? Yeah.
So, and
do they?
Yep. Yeah. So, I'm just saying it ain't Christianity. No. So, shout out to us.
Right.
No, that's a sign of Catholic, but like, no, we just you may not bring any harm, no harm here.
Right. That's crazy.
It really, I think too, all of the godparents really should give themselves a pat on the back. Like people entrust their child's guidance and or life with you. Like, shout out to Rich Almighty. Shout out to me because definitely, I mean, they didn't go through Kara actually was going to christen the baby, and when she was at another christening, the church she was going to do it at had a very political service that was not in agreement with our political views, and it was I mean, it was just really like anti-abortion, and she was just sitting there like, I'm glad I had my baby.
Right.
But we're not going to talk about other people who made their absolute justified right choices. Like, and she just decided not to go through with it. She wasn't comfortable just with some of the messaging or the pressure to do it, but that's my God baby.
Period.
Shout out to all my God kids. Shout out to Ava, Rico, and Shia.
Period. I don't have any. None.
I would say I couldn't, because you'd be like, go with whatever you think. Or if my kid calls you like, I'm having a fucked up day, that was probably meant to happen to you. Like,
I'm gonna guide you through it. I'm gonna guide you the most positive way I can. Because we're not about to sit in that, babe. We just not about to sit in that.
You know what we're not doing?
We're gonna go get something to eat. We gonna figure it out. We gonna have I'm here with you. Time.
Yeah,
we not.
I
about
knew you'd be with my kids in it, but it'd be like either that was meant to happen to you or just because damn, it's probably something you would say.
Damn, I feel you. Because I connect. I'm a connector. I feel you. I told this lady on the phone the other day, I totally understand. You do not understand. I said, oh, okay, fuck me, I guess I don't.
And I'm washing my hands of it.
Fuck me up then, bitch. Goddamn.
How often do you manifest? Or do you hope and try to manifest?
I try. I haven't done a lot of manifesting, maybe because I haven't been in the right mindset.
Yeah, you don't want to call into the wrong things. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think I've manifested anything in a while. Damn.
I pray minimum twice a day, but I have actually some prayers saved on my phone, and this was a mantra I got from somebody who's spiritually guided, and she's associated with an original religion. But my all-time favorite prayer is just me praying to God for the highest good for all. I no longer pray for outcomes. Like if I pray over somebody or for somebody, I pray for their peace, for their happiness, for their spirit to be aligned with whatever God's plan is for them, and leave it at that, because I don't want to be the one to be like, I prayed that happened for you, and you're like,
Bitch, I didn't want that.
Like, thanks for nothing. Snaggletooth
I
hoe.
wanted something
Like I
else.
didn't ask for this.
Right.
Absolutely. Or if it's just not in alignment with, like, what God has planned for you. I'm not trying to waste my minutes, my milliseconds in breath. Like, take
waste
back.
my prayer on you.
Right, I'm not wasting a prayer. Praying for the highest good for all, or praying for your happiness or your peace, or like, you know, paying whatever characteristics I can put in a prayer. I will. Praying for your, you know, your praying for your rest.
Yeah,
your peace of mind. Like, I'll pray for all those things, but I'm not praying for a direct outcome for anybody.
Right. Yeah.
I don't want that
don't
guilt.
Yeah, I don't think that is ever the right thing. Like, even a manifestation, you shouldn't be like asking for specific things, specificities. That's why I'm always manifesting abundance and happiness and, like, you know what I mean, things that you can't hold on to. Because once you get those kind of things, that's when the things that you can hold on to, the things you can touch, that's when those things are actually going to start showering in.
Right. That's what I think, too, is one of the reasons I do pray. When I pray over people or for people, I pray for their happiness. Because when people are happy, they do better. When they're at peace, they do better. Like, whatever actions they want to take forthcoming from that, perfect. Hopefully it's in alignment with God.
Right.
And keep on your merry way.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
Because it's like the saying, hurt people. And, like, I don't think that people say happy people be happy people. But, like, I'd like to think we do. Like, happier people, but happy other people. Like, I've betrothed my happiness onto you. Like, but hurt people do hurt people. And, like, people who are just lost in mind or in spirit are going to, like, misery loves company. And people will rain on somebody else's parade.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's why you can't speak them things out loud.
That's some Italian shit, though. What's that called? The Malocchio? Yeah. The evil eye. The Italian evil eye, yeah.
Because they watching, period.
I don't think, see, for me, like, no man or woman can disrupt God's plan for me. I mean, I can. The devil has, Lord knows, in the past, the devil has, I've made poor decisions in the past. Like, I've made poor decisions on my journey to get back to Christ, in Christ. Like, the devil has came a knocking, and I opened one too many times. But I'd like to think no man or woman could really derail my plan for, you know, just my plan.
That's the same thing I always believe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like, no matter if somebody didn't want it to happen, no matter if you wanted something else to happen, whatever is meant for you is always going to happen for you. It's going to happen.
Yeah,
like,
I definitely have a quote saved, and it was like, I'm so grateful I didn't get the things I prayed for, and I'm like, oof.
Yeah.
The amount of babies I would have had with my ex is disgusting. And I'm eternally grateful.
Right.
My Lord did not let that happen.
Oh, baby, you would have had that one you would not have anymore.
We both would have had to go. Just the control factor of all that would have been out of control.
Hey, baby, I'm going to head out.
Here's your baby. Like, I Am Sam, when she passed that baby on and
oh my God.
She passed him that baby and hopped on the bus.
The way that we watched that sad ass fucking movie.
Yeah, as kids we were exposed to a lot of things. Like
that was
I remember
so
watching
sad.
How High as like really little kids. Like,
yeah, I
we
remember
were definitely under 6 years old.
White people next door.
Yeah, they had How High on. And we watched it.
Why the fuck I was getting my hair braided? That white lady was crazy.
I didn't think she was white. My memory was when she was white. It was
Maybe
after.
I'm thinking after.
I'm saying, yeah, because there was white people lived there, and then older black lady with her grown ass kids moved in. And the one girl, one of her daughters and her boyfriend, she was braiding her hair, and her boyfriend was up there just watching How High, and we were just sitting there tuned into a movie that is clearly not child appropriate, like, especially without context.
No, right.
Especially without their parents being present.
No, right. I actually was talking to my dad about that because I was telling him, like, he basically, like he's the reason, like, I don't know a lot of, like, black film. I'm like, it's your fault. And he's like, damn, what
your
the
dad
fuck?
was strict about our upbringing,
and I'm like,
though.
You sheltered me from a lot of things. Thanks. Because why should I have been watching fucking
How High?
Baby Boy. Like, that was a lot.
Yeah. I remember the first time I watched Shatas, and I was like...
I just watched that last summer for the first time.
Oh, yeah, I watched that as a youth. And
I did not, but that's not kid friendly.
It's not kid friendly.
There's so many. All black film are not kid friendly. Yeah. So it's just very
Did you see the meme? And it was like Black History. It was like Netflix on Black History of rape, murder, death, slavery, and then that real kind of or that meme picked up, and Netflix was like Black Love, Black photography movie. Like too late now. The feature film was 12 Years a Slave, and now like thanks.
No,
now I'm devastated.
Right.
Like,
shout out to Issa Rae.
Shout out
she
to
changes
Issa.
the narrative every
100%,
time.
faithfully. Shout out to
changes,
Issa
and others, but she changes the narrative for
100%.
sure. For sure. Love that girl.
And we do. We're also always down for a feature. That's why I queued it over you. That's your girl.
Dive into an Issa Rae anything.
I think I would really
a YouTube original. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, you could count me in participating.
I wouldn't give a damn. Yeah. A photo shoot. Like, I will do anything that you ask me. Please, dear God, Miss.
Speaking of which,
Issa
do you
Rae.
think the Illuminati is real?
Sometimes, but not really.
I agree. Sometimes and all the time, because like
sometimes I don't think it's the thing that I don't think it's what
it's
they
the way people say
it is.
100%.
Like I don't think it's like somebody coming
dark
from
underground that every celebrity,
right,
everybody who's made money,
they just can
with.
like open the door. Like I think that it's something political. I think that
it's
has
a dark
something,
historical culture. I think, and it's like rooted in greed, but I don't think it's like.
But I think
a
it's
dark
like
cloak ceremony with goat heads and like checkered floors. Because checkered floors are stunning. I'm gonna if whether I stay Christian or in another religion due to my husband, I might get a checkered floor. That is iconic. It's classic and it's easy to clean.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that is something that you can. I don't think it's like that dumbass like ritual and routine that they. Drinking sheep's blood and like doing weird ass shit. I don't know. I don't think that it's like that.
No, and
I think that it's a different kind of
practice,
something,
society.
Or a different kind of society. Yeah, for sure.
I just seen Jelly Roll and Bunny, his wife, on a podcast, and he was like, "If you watch the Grammys or iHeartRadio Awards, I'm the only person who talked about God or gave a thanks to God. Yet, all of my Illuminati rumors continue." And he's like, no. He was like, first of all, I'm fat as fuck. I don't think I'm not who they're looking for. Like, and I'm cracking up because like he was saying it more so in reference to like bomb ass fine celebrities that like are also quote unquote a part of the Illuminati. And he's like, I have a cross on my head.
Right.
Like
he's so funny.
He's
the
way he loves her and their like the
like
sacrifice for their relationship.
No,
I love
adorable.
Bunny, and I love how transparent they are about their journey, their past, their like addictions.
I watched some like things of like some of her episodes and stuff like that. She's adorable. They're
so cute.
Yeah,
shout out Jelly Roll. Shout out Bunny. We love you guys.
Literally.
Forever fans.
Did you see that video where he's seen Emma Roberts?
No. Was it mine?
Oh, they were like next to each other, and he's like, "Oh my God, Emma Roberts!" And he was like, "You were the only person I really wanted to see. Aww. We love you." And it was just such like a heartfelt, like sweet ass. Like he was just like,
I'm a person.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah. I love that.
He's adorable.
Stay grounded. I mean,
no, right.
Clearly the Illuminati's not getting to him if he's fangirling over
Emma Roberts. Like, but I do also love Emma Roberts. But like, be for real.
I mean, what? I did not get this hair for. I'm Julia Roberts reincarnated. If Julia Roberts and Rod Davis I said Davis. Oh, I'm brain farting. I'm tired. His name is Meta World Peace now. What the fuck's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
What's his name? Rich Almighty. It was Meta World Peace. He played basketball. He had his tongue. He had some shit pierced. He's really tall. He has blonde hair at one point. It's from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Not Rod.
Rod. Are you talking about? Fuck.
He's from the Bulls.
He played for Chicago. Everyone's gonna be in the comments.
Please
sounding
tell
us the fuck off.
Rod.
Not Rod.
Rodney.
No.
We gotta get this.
Damn,
because I really think I'm their child, their love child.
I just talked about him the other day.
And Ashley has so many T-shirts with him on it, and I just cannot. I'm blanking so hard.
I'm like Rodman, Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman.
God,
Brittany, one word association. I am Dennis Rodman and Julia Childs. Julia Childs. Julia Roberts.
Whoever the fuck.
She's been dead for like 40, 50 years.
That's just a visual.
And Julia Childs getting on over a butter. Turkey and butter. Like, I don't even know. A croissant.
Janice and Janice. God, it's over. This episode is done. I'm just kidding.
I think that might be our cue to wrap it up. We gotta outtake it before we got really just derail from here. Derail.
Anywho,
what do you want people to know about spirituality or take from this episode?
Don't judge other people. Let people do their own thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a part of it. They're more than likely not going to throw it on you. They're not going to make you do something that you don't want to do. You're able to have your own religion. Sit in that however you may. Practice that however you want to. But don't push your religion on other people. Mm-hmm. That's what I want other people to.
Truchi?
Period.
Mine is definitely don't take the religion you used to have or the religion your parents forced on you as the religion you could have now, especially with Christ. Especially because I think so many people have grown up in Christian or Catholic households and had traumatic experiences. Like, don't let the literal complete opposite of the message and the purpose derail you from what could be so beneficial for your soul and your spirit, especially eternally.
Period. Do your research.
Do your, like, what?
And whatever feels
and participate in some
you.
Fellowship. Like, get around a community of people that really are going to, no matter what that looks like, really guide you and keep you grounded in whatever you choose.
Right. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. Whatever.
My Christian friends really, like, I think they're in my brain. Because they start tapping in and sending me scripture, and I'm like, I needed this right now. And a lot of it doesn't apply, but some of it I'm like, whew.
Right. To me, that'd be the big GL.
Shout out you.
The big G.
Shout out my man.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby.
Well, until next time. Next one will be 47.
Period.
And this is
an A&B conversation.